gustatzen, horrek bilatza onari, eta bilatza ona den, horrek bilatza gustatzen, horrek gustatu dut hori, horrek bilatza,
Mundon ez da bilatza onak gazat politioik. Eta bilatza gozatzen zen jendea ez da mundu untakoa.
Announcing AT&T Digital Pocket Net Service.
Dionisio Txoperena, Nafarroako Goizueta herrian jaioa, ezaguna eginda Estatu Batuetan, bera baita ATT-ren telefono mugikorren iragarkiak egiten dituen artzaina. Dio Txoperena Estatu Batuetara artzain joandako azken euskaldunetako bat ere bada. Agian, Amerika Mendebaleko azken artzain euskalduna.
Nere bizitza Ameriketan da, eta nik txikitan nun ametsa ez ardikin hiltzet hori, eta hainez nien eta nire ametsa bizitzen egunero. Eta jende asko bada, eta lanera joaten dira goizan, eta beti relojore behira mekabela puta atetzeko, ez? Nahi dut joan. Nire kaso, nik kontentu naiz, zengatik nire ametsa hainez bizitzen egunero. Egunetek egunera, baserri gutxi daude, eta artzai ez du inor ebilena gehiago. Ez diruk ez da ematen. Da, hida galtzen. Guan ginenen eta 73 baterarte. Bat ziren eta 8 milioi ardi terrorretan, Estatu Batuetan. Gaur egunen 3 milioi aliotzen badio. Martx honetan ez da ardirik eta artzailik izanen.
Kalifornia iparraldeko kostaldean bizi da Dionisio Txoperena, San Frantziskotik 80 kilometro iparraldera. Tomales badia eta Point Reyes penintsularen artean dauzka bere arrantxoak. Mendebalde guztiko bazterretan, Point Reyes inguruak dauka Euskal Herriaren antzik handiena. Hementxe egin dute Txoperenatarrek euren mundua. eta bere anaia Javierrek Dillon Beacheko itsas labarretan eraiki dituzte euren etxeak. Txoperen atarrak ona bizitzera etorri zirenean, inguruotan ez zegoen ia inor.
Niena jende zalea. Launa onak gutxi dira, eta haiekin egotzea gauza ona da. Baina... Ejemplo bat ez da Donostin bizi edo Nuever San Franciscoan, ez, enizak eniziko. Nik basarri baten edo itxe bat plastaren, bai, bide ondien ez. Erosen nuen dela Mario. Gu, hau, ejemplo, erosen genionean, balio zuen eta $300,000. Eta guain, amabi urtean balio txo, $600,000. Gindan toblatu eta amabi urtean.
Dionisio da herriko artzaina. Kaliforniar aberatxek etxe dotoreak egin dituzten inguru honetan, Dio eta naia dira arrantxo jabe bakarrak. Goizero, diesel kamioneten hots ezagunak artzainetan ikazari lurraldean bizi direla gogorarazten die auzotar aberatxei. Marin County Beverly Hillsen antzekoa da, baina San Francisco inguruan. Hango badiako aberatxek eta Silicon Valleykoek etxe eder guztiok eraiki zituzten 80ko hamarkadan, eta orain inguruak urbanizatu nahian ari dira.
There is an organization, an environmental organization here that if you do try to develop anything, they will come in and they will sue you. And it holds it up in courts. It's a very environmentally sensitive area that we live in. And the groups that do come in are usually from Tiburon or southern Marin County, and they'll hold you up in the courts for years, so it's not cost effective for a developer to come in here. We have a case going on right now where an organization wants to develop the ranch in behind us. And they bought that ranch 3 years ago, and they're already in litigation. And they could be in litigation for years. Unless the people continue to hand down their ranches to their children, the children continue to work the ranches or hold on to them, then yes, it'll only be the affluent that can afford it. And I see a little bit of that happening right now, where they're coming in, buying these ranches. They'll lease the ranches out, you know, to ranchers like my husband. They'll go on and run cattle on it, and they'll build their multi-million-dollar home, have their horses. But unless the property is handed down, it'll be too expensive for the children to buy.
Denbora gelditu egin dela dirudi eta garapen urbanistikoa ere bai Marin Countyko baztertxo honetan. Dio Txoperena egunero igarotzen da bertatik Tomaleserako bidean.
Herri txike izanagatik dira bi grupo bezala, Ranchero kaiaka batean eta hippie bezalako beste jendeak estalderden. Iriko, bai. Eta herria da, dibiditu bideketan. Guk kafe eraten du aieka batean, eta beste egiten da kafea beste aiko bat. Hala.
I don't see it that way. I think everybody's kind of just tamales people. It's real tight. It's tight knit. You know, I've never driven down the highway so much and waved so much at people. You know, because there's only so many of us, and driving back and forth, we know everybody. It's a good place to get stuck somewhere, because if you get pulled over, somebody's going to come by within 5 minutes to help you. You know.
Tomales, 800 biztanleko herritxo lasai-lasaia da, Kaliforniako bat autobideko baztertxo batean ezkutatua. Igandeko turistek baino ez dute hausten bertako giro lasaia. Asteburuetan motordun eta txirrindulariak ere ibiltzen dira inguruko muinoetan aldapan gora eta bera. Baina beste hots bat ere ezaguna dute Tomalesko biztanleek. Dio txoperenaren ardien arran hotsa.
Niretzat ardioaren soinua da, eta Donostiko Orfeoia bezala, musika nire eskualdun belari handioentzat ez. Baina beste batzuk badia hemen, hor biziten emakume bezala, eta egun baten torrezen esan ez, mesedez kenduko altizo joare horiek soinu geneztu lo egiten alta. Eta hemengo rantxerok, ongi da, maite dute joara soinua, baina beste batzuk hippie klase horiek ez dute aitu nahi. Eta zanen ba, kendu beharren beste huei gehi pateko diot.
But I've talked to Dio about it because I get up later than the sheep do. So it wakes me up in the morning. So I asked Dio if it was just a Basque tradition or if it had something to do with the coyotes. Because the sheep ranchers here, they have a battle going on with the coyotes. And so we thought when they put the bells on the sheep, maybe it was to keep the coyotes away. And Dio said, yeah, it helps with that, but it's mainly he likes it because it's a Basque tradition. And philosophically, I support both of those things. I support Dio bringing his traditions here, whatever they are. I support any kind of way the ranchers can control the coyotes without killing them. And it just wakes me up when I don't want to be woken up. I'm a musician, you know. I stay up late at night, I sleep in the morning. That's all. That's all I said to Dio. I like Dio. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he has the pasture. I'm glad he has the sheep. The bells make me kind of crazy, but it's not a big problem.
Badira 30 urte, Dionisio Ameriketara artzain etorri zela. Kaliforniako bazter euritsu honetan, Dionisiok egia bihurturik ikusi ditu ona ekarri zituen ia amets guztiak.
Txiki-txikin itzanen, beti izaten una ametsa eta ardikin eta hartzai izateaz. Behin lehesakako festan ikusi nituen, Amerikatik jontako hartzaiakan, eta ben bakero botakin eta jantziak eta teitzen arrun gustatu. Eta betxaten nu, pues, nik probi mordut. Bestea soldaduzkaren nun joan nahi, denboitenan jaleo esko bat zen, eta eskoaldorez izatekin enun Frankon azpien egon nahi. Eta gero oesteko pelikula asko ikusten nituen eta beti abenturako hori bai. Neuan berez, ginen eta oesteko pelikutan karabana bazala, ez? Bizaldi, haundi eta jarroa bazalatzen, eta horra zen gure itxea. Eta bakarra da haundia bai. Eta guizutetik etorri, 18 urtekin. Festaz festa, eta hango jateko eta lagunak eta familia eta dena. Handikan sartu. Mendi bakar-bakarrekenan, zen arrongo horra. Neharrasko. Malkosko iten lemezak urtean.
8 neba-arreba izan eta 5 abiatu ziren Wyomingera Artzain. Javier, 1978an, Estatu Batuetara Artzain joandako azken euskaldunetakoa izan zen.
Wyomingen otsat miseria. Esklava bezalaisia. Men Kalifornien aron defen. Lana Gucci, diru anaikoa. Ongi bizidamen. Aron maita kesta eskalduna. Langile onak. Ongi kusitika. Men oitiena izda, men sindak, että men hajota vesellä on.
Gu bizigan herrian da eta bar bapakarra. Eta hemengo kostumbre da beti poteon edo baina lanan ondorutik engele ditu eta alkoeran edo zerbeza edo...
Good. How's everything this morning? Haven't seen from up there. How you been? Still on beer. I'll be right back. Okay, go ahead.
Eta han egiten du, estilo berera. Ez gu bakarrak, hango arrantzero gehienak egiten du, eta deitzen du gure ofizina. Ez nerea bakarra, edo anaiena bakarra, baina arrantzero denak kontatzen gira. Eta gauzak esak, baina batek ezurra, bezak handioa.
No, coyotes. I sold all the sheep about 4 years ago. Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He gets phone calls here. I take messages for him when he's not here.
Yours is foamy and mine's got no foam. Mine is better.
Bob Collis arrantxo jabeak eman zien lana txoperen atarrei Kaliforniara heltzean.
The whole deal was that I've leased land to both Javier and Dio for years. And in fact, I bought a lot of his sheep one time. But with the coyotes and the price and everything, it's, I don't think there's maybe 1 or 2 sheep men left besides Dio. Everybody switched to cattle. They're good people. They're honest. They're husky, short, lots of fun. They like a cerveza. But let me tell you what McGill, one day, he tried to teach me how to ride a 4-wheeler and drink out of the Bota bag at the same time. Well, he could do it. I mean, he'd go 20 miles an hour down in Finley Creek and Rough Creek and Scotty Creek, and he'd just squirt it like this, and he'd get all of it in his mouth. I tried it. Man alive. My wife, she says, what have you done to yourself? Hell, it was all over red wine everywhere.
Behin arrantzara batzuk, lagun batzuk izatu nituen, izketara eginean, eta lehatza asuntu bat ere zen, ez? Eta arrantzen, lehatza guk hemen aire motzen du, eta hartu dut, eta airean, ez da raiona ez da, ne kabela, puta, negore haikin honen eranekan, eta katzo, lehatza bat ikusi dut, eta kabe zuten, eta hemen zolako lehatza arruntuna, eta hemen jendek harrika botzen. Eta guain aldiro joten nien arrantzara, eta hartzen juste batzugaz, eta kartzen diete, eta launak, jateko, eta arruntuna. Hemen antxoa edo sardina eskolerrin bezala jaten baita freskoa, ez? Hemen egiten dute, hartu ala, saretan bota kanpora.
Hey, how you doing? Good, how are you? Let's see, you got some fish for me. Yeah? All right. Thank you. Some nice fish. See? So that's for lot?
Yeah. No, we don't eat hake here.
What?
It's a low-class fish. Our top fish are salmon, halibut, albacore, crabs. That's really cheap. We don't get too much money for them. Yeah. 3 cents a pound.
San Francisco, Kaliforniako hiririk handiena, euskaldunen hiria izan zen hasieratik. Ona heldu ziren 1849ko urre sukarraldian Altubean aiak, oinatiarrak, Txiletik zetozen. Transamerikan dorretik hurbil euskal frontoi zaharra zegoen. Eta euskal auzoa berriz, Chinatownen. Kale batzuk aurrerago ekialderantz FCB dago, publizitate konpainia multinazionala. Hementxe egin zuten ATTren kanpaina, $250 milioi konpainia honen telefono mugikorren eta zerbitzu digitalen erabilpena bultzatzeko.
There were two things going on. One was the launch of an internet product from AT&T called Digital PocketNet, and the other was the wireless tracking stock needing something to push AT&T Wireless back onto the minds of consumers and investors. So the single most telling adjective that we came up with in looking for the shepherd was elven or elf-like. We needed somebody who was, I guess, leprechaun-esque in that, they were no age, they weren't young, they weren't old, they weren't American, but they weren't foreign. So finding this quality of someone who doesn't exist and is a kind of an oxymoron unto themselves was difficult.
Los Angelestik New Yorkera, 5 casting zuzendari ATTko Artzainaren bila abiatu ziren. Hamar hilabeteko lanaren ondoren, artean ez zuten artzain sinesgarririk aurkitu. Cervantes casting konpainiak ere pertsonaia saieskorraren bila ekin zion.
I remember this job. How can I forget this job? I started this job looking for a shepherd. And these were the boards I was given. And I thought of a sheep herder as someone who's very connected to nature, who is very nomadic, someone that you trust, and maybe philosophical too. And the other casting director said to me, she said, Tony, I think he's going to be from the Basque and look kind of like Bob Hoskins. And I thought, okay, well, all right. And off I went. And so I thought, well, I'll just take a drive up Tamales Bay. I'll go look at Tamales Bay. It's a nice drive and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. On Easter Sunday, I remember it was a glorious day and really beautiful, and everybody's with their families. And I thought, well, this is not going to be a very good day to cast because most people will be
in church or at home. And as it turned out, every place I went was closed. I mean, the cafes, the shops, and just about everything was closed. I think I'll go look for some real estate. And I went to Tamales Bay, and the real estate office was closed, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go into the grocery store, which was just about to close. And asked them if they knew of any shepherds, and I went in, and she said, no, I don't know any shepherds. And I said, oh, well, maybe if I could look at your yellow pages in your phone book and see if there's ranches and farmers, and there were a lot of dairy farmers up there, a lot of chicken farmers. And then I thought, maybe I'll get a good chicken farmer. And so I started writing down all of the farmers and ranches in the area, and I was going to call them on Monday when everything was open.
I came down to the store here to do my usual shopping, and I overheard a young lady asking for a shepherd.
And this guy walks in, and I said, hey, you don't know any shepherds, do you? And
I thought about it for a minute, and I thought, well, I said, I probably know the exact person you want. And it happened to be Dio next door at the restaurant. And she showed me a flyer that said basically the same thing. It said they were looking for someone coast to coast. They'd been looking for someone for about, I don't know, 10 months or 12 months, looking for this person to do a commercial. And so we walked across the street and went to the William Tell restaurant.
Well, we walked down to the bar, and he was sitting on the very last chair at the end of the bar. And there he was. There was Dio, and it was just kind of the casting gods taking care of me, and there he was, my shepherd on Easter Sunday, and God delivered. We got on the land, and I turned on the camera, and I remember looking at him through the lens and thinking, oh my God, this is the guy, this is it, this is him. And I was very excited, and my heart was pounding, and because we'd been looking for a long time, and we were going to start shooting, and it was a very dramatic moment for me, because I had a pretty good track record up to that time, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling all that confident that we were going to find him, and then we did. So a couple of those other guys would have been okay, and they would have been just fine. Nobody would have known the difference because they would have never seen Dio. But after you see Dio, then there's no other choice, I don't think. He was very charming. But he was when he came down to the studio, he was just a little more nervous. There's some way to see how it looks when he's walking, and here we're asking him to speak. He's speaking in English. See, he comes alive. And look, his eyes. They just twinkle. He's just great.
Nire sen paperak zen eta nahi zuten gizon bat ez gaztea, ez zarra. Ez altua, ez bajua. Ez hau, ez ora, ez humildea idea, ez orgullosoa, ez gauza asko, ez. Eta nik uste nuen eta bakarron bat aitzela, pues, broma bat egiten, ez, txiste bat egiten. Zengatek horra erakutsi nekon jende eta hau ia ez, bakarron batak Adarri otzen naizek, hala uste nun,
And the very last person on the tape was Dio. And the director turned and he looked at me and he smiled. He said, "That's the guy, that's it." And when I walked out of the meeting, the creative director put his arm around me and he said, "Thank you for saving us." And I was pretty happy. It was a good day.
And when we presented it to the clients, it was the only person that we presented, and it was approved pretty much on the spot, which in advertising is unheard of.
In today's world, you're on the go more than ever.
The whole campaign is this metaphorical play, if you will. Everything from the shepherd himself to the actions and the situations that he was in the different commercials were all these metaphorical, symbolic representations of everyday life. So the shepherd came to embody any individual human who had friends and family and places they needed to be but couldn't physically be there. While at the same time, the situations he was in, we have, one of the executions was a spot called Divide and Conquer, which was actually the first idea that we came up with, which was the shepherd cloning himself to be able to do many things at once, even though he couldn't be everywhere. So the idea of dividing and conquering, the wireless service allowed him to be able to do that. And the shepherd was merely a representative of humanity. So yes, the shepherd stood for everybody, and everybody was kind of embodied in the shepherd. So he was a very versatile character that we could kind of put in whatever situation we wanted to talk about next.
Hollywoodera tekitzen joateko. Eta direktoren aurren behar nuen hau, behar nuen ora, zentzen hau den, orain. Eta galdein zan, eta zeuro holtzat etzola hau lehenin non baiten, edo eskolan ibiliezeta hau ikasten. Zan zia, zu arron natural eta matekoa.
What movies play, what movies work.
The whole Basque heritage gave the behind the scenes of the campaign, gave it kind of a cooler story that the media and different interviewers really clung on to. I thought it was a lot cooler to have a true Basque shepherd as your spokesman than some actor who was in the acting guild from Los Angeles. So that was, but certainly we didn't set out to find a Basque shepherd. In fact, I'd say 98% of us didn't even know what Basque was. But we certainly came to find out.
Deitzen zaten nire eta one take Dio. Zan edo eta alde bat inta, denak txalogetzen ziren denak.
AT&T Digital Pocket Net Service.
Jendek ustazutat eta aktoren zela, segura. Zain da zure agentea, eta nondikan ze agentzia eta agente, zer da agentea? Negen agendaz idige. Baina jendek ustazun bai, eta artisten eta Negero esaten iten eta ez, ni Artzaina naiz, eta zaude xilika, eta jendek zen ardin ondora, eta eskapo gozala, esaten eko, ez joan, hori ez osko egitean. Eta ez dostiko epotza, bildotza da ardia da, eta mundu den animalik doziliena, ez dute deusitia, defentsik ez dute.
Intzakaten Dionisi hori daitu, eta esan zian, ateteko anuntzio batzuk imatxu zuela, eta zaude xilika. Ez da, bai. Los Angelesera joan beharra naiz, proba batzuk egia. Ero sinistunak on, handiga bi urunera agente berak intzian egi daitu. Konfunditu ezin zira. Beste anaia da, ez ni. No, zure bai. Zure behar dizut da zeran anuntzion parte egitea anaia bezala. Anaia behar du itxeko.
Hauxe da ATT-ren kanpainako spot nagusia.
What if you could be far away, and still be close to everyone and everything that's important to you.
Kanpainak $250 milioi aurrekontua zeukan, eta espot hau urte guztiko garrantzitsuenetakotzat jo zuten.
Or have a meeting with foreign business associates like you were in the same room. What if you could have the information you need come to you when you wanted it? And you had the power to make all the pieces of your life come together more than you ever imagined. 10.000 estrak hartu zuten parte filmaketan, haien artean txoperen atarren senitartekoek eta Tomales herriko hainbat lagunek. Staying at the center of it just keeps getting easier. Wireless from AT&T.
Leit juemen, paperpillau kontratada, eta leitzen zuenen baio ez esan, eta ikusi nuen numeroa, zenbat $1 eman ziaten, nek ez du leitu berriga. Ez dut bat leitu berriga, nek non da firmatu berra da, hemen, firmatu non da ere.
Even if you tend to roam around, you can still keep people close. The AT&T Regional Advantage Plan.
Remember there was a scene on a photo shoot one day where there was this one sheep we were trying to cull out of the herd, and these supposed sheep handlers, these wranglers who came from LA with these Hollywood sheep, and supposedly, great at what they do. We said, that's a really ugly sheep right there in the front. Can we get it out of the herd? And he's like, well, it's going to take me 45 minutes to get that sheep out of there. Do we have the time before the sun goes down? And we're like, just forget it. Just, whatever. We'll just keep going. And the next thing you know, Dio's brother, who was standing in for the photo shoot, had this ugly sheep flipped upside down and hog-tied and bleeding with his legs and arms tied behind his back. And he's like, come get this sheep. So the wrangler kind of swallowed his pride a little bit, took his leash and put it on this sheep and got it out of the picture. And it took all of about 45 seconds. So it was actually quite beneficial having real shepherds around. They didn't have to rely on these California wranglers.
Tratatzen dizut da erregia bezala, oroitzen naiz egun bat pixein nahi nuen. Ginen, filmatzen ginen, eta pixalea, eta etzen komunik egin eta zanagon. Noiz pitea enuna ontzen algeio, eta zanagon, pixein berdet. Telefono zelular oikein, deitu zagon, eta limosina torri zen. Eta limosina gartu zion, eta pixeite atea ideki, pixein unen, atea ideki berriz barrura. Arron dongi. Erreak epizalezi.
Baina nor zen izate ezateteko Artzaina? Ikusleen jakimina piztu ala, komunikabide ospetsu egin zuten Dionisio Txoperena.
It was a lot of fun. I would lie if I said it wasn't fun. But changing Dio, no. I don't think anything is going to change Dio. It was a little distraction. It's like a vacation. And we got to experience some different things. He got to travel and see places he hadn't seen. But no, I don't think it changed him.
Baina Dionisio arrantxo jabea da. Ospea alde batera utzita, artzain lanari ekin dio.
Eskolarria baserrik edetza izango letzaka. Edetzak eskolarri izana. Eta baserria ardik gabe ez da baserri izana. Pena ematen dut eta hemen gauza bera pastan nahi da eta eskolarri nahi bai.
Udaberria goizeltzen da Tomalesera. Urtarrileko azken egunetan, Dionisiok lagunekin zikiratu eta txertatu egiten ditu bildotxak. Ardiei berriz, buztana moztu behar zaie, infekziorik eta gertatu ez dadin.
That's tetanus. It's actually IM. You can get that one. You can get that one.
Amerikanok esaten dute eta hau dela kriminokeria. Nire iduriko azteko eta da muitua, rapidoa. Eta ez dute sufritzen goma patu da bezala. Goma patu eta tina maus minutu, vuelta. Hola berriz. Rapido ino. Goma hartzen dala, hau ideki. Barra bere dula. No? Sartzen gaza bera, hartula. Goma? Goma. Baina ikizeko zen pasatzen da.
Either way is cool. I mean, they're going to lose their testicles one way or the other. It's a matter of whether it's fast or they get to have them for a couple more days before they fall off. I mean, they're going to lose them, so.
I met Dio in Tamaulipas, the town where we live now. I came to California from New York. When I first arrived in Tamaulipas, my brother, he's my oldest brother, he was teasing me. Oh, I have some men that I'd like you to meet. I have some men that you might be interested in. And I said, what do they do for a living? And he said, they're sheep herders. I said, no way, absolutely no way, no.
Scott Cubillon, FSB konpainiako publizitate sortzailea, Dionisioren lagun handia egin zen iragarkiak filmatzerakoan, bildotxekin laguntzera etorri da.
How you doing? Good. How have you been? Been a while? You look like you got a mouthful. How you doing, Javier? Good morning. Uh-huh. Nice. Josh. Josh. Scott, here we go. Nice to meet you.
You guys are... This leg... Wait, actually this leg goes in. Show him.
Technique. Okay, watch me. Like that.
That leg inside.
Down. Okay. Same thing. Down. And that's it.
It's not very manly. No, you didn't let me do it. I got to do the whole thing.
You can do the next one.
You didn't even get bloody.
Just further out. Okay.
Follow the points in there. Yeah, murdered him.
Nonta ez diru askoin bera egiten lana maite, ez, artzai bezala. Eta benito kantatzen du kante hori, eta gurasoen mundu aldrebes hau, ez dugu onartzen, diruaren morroi izaten, erakutsi digute, eta egia da.
Aurrak ederrak zerate. Don Filiperen, semea alaba gerade. Pasazatizte, onoko zubi Aurrenekoa pasalitezke, azkenekoa presoa. Aurrenekoa pasalitezke, azkenekoa presoa. Aurrak ederrak zerate. Pasazatizte, onoko zubi txarrontan.
Txarra oso txarra izan dut nebizitza. Asko sofritua, umekazitzen, eta oso txarra. Lan asko inbehar, eta ume asko, eta oso gaizki. Benetako arzaia da Dionisio, txertika txiki, tanta denetan ardi asko gustatu, eta atxonak inebiltzen zen ardikin, eta hemen ere aidea arzaia pukatzen, zertik batzuk sartzen aidea, gaztek ez zuten nahi. Seitxu ardikin taola, eta aidea hemen bajatzen nahi da.
Aurrak ederrak zerate. Don Filiperen, seme alaba gerade.
Dionisio eta emaztearen ametsa etxe berriaz gozatzea da. Eta 6 hilabete goizuetan eta 6 hilabete Kalifornian bizitzea.
I'd stay. Forget about going home. Yeah?
Zer godoz?
Ongi, zure bai.
Ongi zelanko?
Erki.
Ode raizatzen lantalana?
Bai.
Ose, ontsuletuko Ameriketatik eta joare batzako zioakio ba?
Bai. Betxe oskio baren eta kosi gutxo. Zorri ordu.
Bai. Bien, bien. Joare nahiko hemen berriza.
Bai, bai.
Ode. Denetik, txintxerrik eta... Daian, Amerikatan eta jendeak abretzen nahi eta joare soinu ez haitu nahi.
Bai, alde bakotxan kapritxo diferente eta han beste soinu bat gustatuko ziteta hemen bari beste.
Bai, hango jendek espaitu haitu nahi joare soinua. Kabraitu jendea, eta guain, por masko da, joare gehiago eraman, gehiago patu kabratzeko gehiago enigan.
Hoxe, aber buelta maten diteken.
Ja, han espaitu eta entaintzen eta lanioen eta laniopen eta artik espaitu ikustan, eta soinu gen rapatzen baitu gaitxo.
Bai, mehen egin aurretik izaten da. Mehen dira bidaltzen bale maitzo, orduan joaretik emak izan ondadoen, eta nona bitzen, eta gaineko barri zaila da.
Hau behin eripatzeko? Hau patzen badu kabreteko txukako jendak?
Idia Zabalgo gaztaberriaren egunean, Ordiziako kaleetan zehar jeisten dira ardiak menditik. Plazan, jai giroan, denboraldiko lehen gaztak dastatzen dituzte.
ordiziako ardin egunak gustatu zen nire gaur hemen, eta gurasok hartu dute denbora, ben umek ekartzeko, eta ardik ikusi, nola jesten dian ikusi, nola mosten dian ikusi, eta ematen dute, poza ez, eta bihartueneko atzai berrik jo sortuko dira hemen.
Voy. Zailtxamarra da atzai berrik izatea. Baina azaltzen die batzuk. Baina normalmente kanpotik etortzen nahi die peruanok eta morroik hemen ez doinok izan nahi, da kanpotikan azaltzen nahi die atzai launtzeko, porque 600 ardi mantenitzeko normalmente behar da jendea, eta hemengo jendeak atzai izatea zail ikusten do.
Hori ni harritzen nahi zen gu Amerikatik horren ez niez, eta usatzen beti peruanok eta aldena, ez?
Hane, kanpoko jendea.
Bai, eta eskualderak ez da joaten ara. Eskualderria, ikustera, atzaia, Perutik una tortzea, ez da sinistena.
Ez da sinistena.
Hemengo prezio hangi kopatuta da arrun garestioa, ez? Hande atza bozuta kanpora, harrika, inorkazto nahi, eta salsa malima da pixka bat, jontzen eta iru pesta, ez? Hemengoa kiloko. Hemen berriz, 15 euro eta bi iru puskan latza.
You're not going to eat any fish. You know that. They have 2 choices for me. That's what I'm having.
I'm going to have the barbecue sardines, then I'm going to have the hake.
Which hake are you going to have?
That one here with the green sauce on it. Amerikatuko mazte gehiena bai, zute arraia usaia botzen dola eta dira delikatuak, ez? Arrai fresko hemen bezala ona da. Ona. Eskerrik asko. You want to try some? It's really wonderful. Put a good face after you eat it. Good, huh? Isn't that good? It's really good.
Hemen dago gaur gure artean, Ipar Ameriketan hain ezaguna egin den Goizuetako Artzaina Dionisio Txoperena. Bere kapela eta guzti. Eta kanta bereziki eramaten du Ipar Ameriketara gaurko oroitzapena berarentzat.
Ezkilgabeko elizen eremu emankorra gizamur zuriko zure ardien zabal oi bando orba oi baldorba eguzki eta izeidor matxardo ibai galburuarena.
Chiaramente composta l'emissione vallia. Secolo questo di solita concetto. La pesta mezzo la pata questo.
Laren cantu chitarra basko alla kiketa armenia kokanu amo
Come all you old-time cowboys and listen to my song. Please do not grow weary, I'll not detain you long. Concerning some wild cowboys that did agree to go and spend one summer pleasant on the trail of Buffalo. I found myself drifting.
Etxean berriro, Dio txoperenaren lagun kaoboiak haren arrantxoan dira gaur. Txekorrak sakitzen lagunduko diote. Behizain hauek halako auzolana eratu dute euren artean. Asteburuetan elkartu egiten dira, arrantxo jabe bakoitzari abereak txertatu eta markatzen laguntzeko.
Even in the United States, this is pretty unique what you saw today. They don't nowadays. They do it with motorcycles and squeeze chutes. So. These people came from all over California just to do this, because there's very few people left that know how to do this.
Mucho bueno.
The people in the city see the meat in the supermarkets. They don't know. Most of the people don't know what's going on here. They don't understand what's involved. There's a few people that don't like the way you handle animals, but they eat the meat anyway. They go to McDonald's, you know. They just don't understand the difference between McDonald's and the cows.
Dionisiok eta inguruetako arrantxo jabeek Nikolas etxarte dute alpapa hornitzailea, Nafarroako igantzi herrikoa bera.
Tardia! Hau Vicente Manuk iretat. Vicente Manuk Eskerrik asko. Nos falta lletu da.
Brian and another
The amigos, they're the boat experts. But no problema.
In Pamplona?
No, in Goizueta.
Goizueta?
Yeah.
I moved 29 tons today on that one truck.
And every load is how much?
About 4 tons.
4 tons?
Yeah.
It's BYOB, bring your own beer. Rasada edo?
Ez da rasa.
Zenbat pesatzen da, bai?
Honek 30 kilo. Badira, 458 kartiko dira. Denek eskuz egiteko lan gogorra da.
Do you know how they move the hay in the Basque Country?
Yep. Yes.
How do they do it?
They do it with the pitchfork and the donkey.
Txekorrak zikiratu ondoren, Dionisiok eta beste behizainek parrillada egiten dute txekorren eta bildotxen barrabilekin. The Testicle Festival, hau da, barrabilen jaia.
That's what threw me.
You weren't sure which way to put it.
What do you do with your animals?
They better not come back.
They say the stresses the cattle out.
Are these Rocky Mountain oysters? No. Here is no Rocky Mountain. Where are those?
Hey, that's hot right there.
They're not bay oysters, Golden Gate nuggets.
Hey, Mommy. Hey, Daddy.
How are you, buddy? What you got? What is that?
Give him one to the cameraman.
Huh? You know what's there?
In Spain, when they kill the bulls, they give them the ears. Over here, we just save the calves and give them the testicles.
Gehiena guganako tamalezko herrin.
Good job.
Hori da, tamalezko herrin jendeak barrabilak egiteko jateko, ez? Kanpoko jende ez du nahi.
You like them? No. I've tried them. They're okay. I haven't tried them.
Dionisioren anaiak, Jose Ignacio eta Jesus Mari galdu egin dira bidean.
Good day, how are you? Good.
¿A dónde hostia habéis ido?
Dijo que fuéramos a la barra.
¿No veis aquí todos parados? ¿Y yo?
¿Ya hemos visto?
¿Y por qué no habéis parado?
Tiene toda la culpa, porque dijo, vayan, iros a la cantina de tamales, ¿qué vamos a hacer?
Eza, Artzain guztiak, etorri zineten?
Ja, horri bai.
Dena postanaiak.
Ba.
Baina, ardi gustatzen ez, niri batez. Niri gutxio.
Nire gutxio, because ardita eta jaiokia, eta gero berriz arditera, ba.
Dionisioreneko haragiak ez dauka hormonarik.
Hey, Red.
But you notice today we never hurt an animal, that they'll all be better.
You've done good.
And he'll make money on these animals because of what we did today.
He's got chocolate, he's had
With the vaccinations and everything.
You betcha.
Oh, it's good.
We try to keep the heritage and have a good time.
Right.
We have a lot of fun, as you can see, so what are you going to do? I mean,
I think this is going to last, or we are seeing the last of it?
No, well, hopefully we're not going to see the last of it.
It'll last as long as guys like us are alive.
Yeah, you got that.
That might not be for too long, but who knows?
No, it's got it.
Like Hawaii un weekend in Jamaica. Jamaica con sketcha.
Me cago en la. Saldo korjana tamaliselle kasten, ha?
Zette goed.
Kan ook weten, 2 minuten.
Ja, het zo.
2 minuten cabo.
Dat is tegen jongen.
Sanzoen zijn er andora garzen.
Nee, sanda.
¿Cuándo te ibas a casar?
Junio nada más usted, en Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Niinkö te skallereida kameraan itseään söskanten
Astevat, Hawaii edettävästi, astevat, Jamaica.
Ei vaan,
Por aquí de mar que te llega. Ah, está llega.
Regi danzat se, regi.
They want to be famous.
Yes, with her, I'll hold your bottle.
I would give you the bottle. Oh, she wanted the bottle. She didn't want me. She wanted the bottle. I'm hurt.
What's older, the brandy or you?
I don't know. I hurt my legs. All she wanted was the bottle.
Tengo en el viejo de Vizcaya, es que me confundí. En vez de S, pues Z. Ahí está.
Sexy.
Y esto es que Euskadi está amarrado, como con cadenas. ¿Ok?
No service.
Servicio, pasame, no service. Esan nahi du, ez dela onda ez aditzionala. Baina hori da eta jende ez delako zemen. Hau zamalizak San Francisco, gu gaude eta itxasuko nibula berberen. San Francisco nahi da lanen, perfecto. Baina hemen, tamalizan espaitak lau arrantxero o basarritara gu bezala hemen, ez zeko meni kompainari eta antera hemen itzatik ez. Baina jote bali bezak kaskora.
Dale, it's for you.
Well, thank you.
Hey, how are you? It's the president calling. The president.
The president?
The presidente.
How you doing, Mr. Bush?
I am.
Oh, we got to go to the office.
No, you didn't.
Tabernan Ramblin' Jack Elliot daukate zain, Dionisioren eta Woody Guthrie'ren lagun koblakaria. Ramblin' Jack New Yorkeko abokatuen familia batean jaio zen, baina kaoboia izatea zuen amets txikitatik.
I ran away from home to be a cowboy. I joined a rodeo, a traveling rodeo. I was grooming horses, $2 a day, and unsaddling broncs, working the unsaddling chute and stuff like that. Just getting around animals. Got me out of that city thing.
Okay. We met in Tamales here about 2 years back. 6 years ago.
I think I asked you for a job out on the ranch. I was in one of my non-picking periods. Comes and goes. The music comes and goes.
Camera! Action!
Come all you old-time cowboys
and listen to my song. Please do not grow weary, I'll not detain you long. Concerning some wild cowboys that did agree to go and spend one summer pleasant on the trail of buffalo. I found myself in Griffin in the year of '83, when a well-known, famous drover come walking up to me, saying, "How do you do, young fellow, and how'd you like to go? Spend one summer pleasantly on the range of the buffalo." Well, me being out of work right then, to this drover I did say, "This going out on the buffalo road depends upon your pay.